Yeah. Yeah, especially with maybe a contract was signed and contractual stuff. Wow, yeah,
Yeah.
crazy story. Um, we've had Murphy on the show, by the way,
Yes.
Patrick Murphy as our special guest co-host. So go back in the archives and listen to that, and be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Follow us on social media at Jim Tara and at Coach_Cassie RB on Instagram, at Coach Cassie RB on Twitter. Let's talk a little bit about the tools for consistency and what kind of tools you need for yourself and that you need to have in front of you, so to speak, to
Yeah.
actually be as consistent as possible with your habits and in turn with your dedication.
I think we've talked about this in some different ways throughout the shows, but I mean, having some type of accountability is probably the number one. So
Mhm,
your accountability can come in very different, like various forms. So your
mhm,
accountability might be your why, and it might be referencing your why over and over again. Your accountability factor might be, hey, here's my nighttime routine, here's my morning routine, and I'm actually tracking these things. Accountability might be you have like a partner you're doing this with, so you have a teammate or a coach or a mentor or someone who's checking in with you, or you're checking back in with, saying like, hey, only hit 3 out of my 5 new habits today, and that's it. Like,
mhm,
it's not good or bad, it's just part of the process of you working on being as consistent as possible. Consistency, I also think some people have in their head, means being perfect, where that's like, oh,
good point.
I'm going to hit every single one of my marks every single day. My bucket is going to be completely full. My willpower is going to be full. My energy is going to be full. I'm never going to take a day off. That's not what means being consistent means. It means that, hey, you're accepting the fact that some days are going to stink and you're not going to hit some days, but you're going to come back the next day. And something James Clear actually talks about in his book is you're going to miss. You just never miss twice. You just never miss 2 times in a row.
Mhm,
And I thought that was, missing one time is kind of just like a hiccup. Missing 2 times in a row is a start of a new habit. So,
mhm,
and that might be one you don't care for. So I think those setting up those structures for accountability is the base for consistency. And then what happens from there is you're going to start to find, okay, you know what? Touching base with someone is not what works best for me, but journaling is what works best for me, or whatever it may be. You're going to find out what avenue really clicks, and then
mhm.
that's going to be the river you kind of take down and really hone in on.